I'm hosting the lobby, Dano, if you're watching this, so. And I am, well, all by my lonesome since nobody wants to join me. They'd rather watch the other chat and comment over in the lobby chat. And don't you start with that Quark stuff, too, Island. I'll start calling you Hawaii again. Spell my name right, goddammit. Let's see. There we go. Hey, Dano. You're live, so you know.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because I was about to say something that I didn't want to go over the air. Usually people don't go live when they're just by themselves. Kind of hard to have a conversation by yourself unless you have some mental health issues.
It's called a monologue. You need to have prepared notes.
Well, I know several people, in fact, I'll be seeing them tomorrow morning, that could host a live show with them plus their 6 hosts. Yes, co-hosts. All on the same microphone.
Well, what's better than having a personality if you can have multiple personalities?
Sometimes they are in one person.
Well, it's just that usually the other, what I'll call panelists, don't communicate with other people very well.
I can relate to that, Dano.
I had a guy, I think I told the story once before. I forget where I was driving him to, but I was taking him several guys to several different locations, and you know, he's known to have multiple personality disorder, and he was talking, and for some reason I thought he asked me a question, and so I said, "I'm sorry, what was your question? I didn't hear it." And he says, "No, I was talking to one of the guys in my head." I said, "Oh, okay." And I just let it go.
That's the right response. That's the right response, Dano.
So.
What's going on?
Just chit-chatting.
Now, did DB sell an M39? Is that what he's saying? Or he's saying, what is he saying out there? Because I just looked up what an M39 is. I might need one of those. Because those look pretty right. M39 EMR, is that what the nomenclature is? Anybody? Anybody? McFly? Bueller?
I believe so. I forget which version is the shorter one and which one's the longer one. You're talking about the Mosin, right?
No, I'm gonna link you a picture. This is what this is what I'm talking about. I'll link it in the external as well. It's got pictures. I like pictures.
Pictures are good. Oh,
and DB
yeah,
is right. DB is right. Carrie Hilson is fine. Very, very fine. Some might say smoking hot.
Yeah, that definitely looks like some high-tech machinery.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if he had one and sold it for a pistol, I'm like, number one, I'm thinking, he had one of those? Number two, I'm thinking, what kind of pistol would you be buying if you sold one of these things? Like, aren't these like $13,000 rifles or something crazy, or $5,000 rifles or something like that?
It definitely has that look.
Well, it's like a M1A, I think, that is just uber modified and accurized and every other eyes or ism that I can think of. Oh, okay. Okay. Tapper's saying it is the Mosin M39 that he sold. Okay. Okay, that would make way more sense.
Okay. Well, that's why I originally. Well, at least I associate that nomenclature with the Mosin. Doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have used it, but
Like, so I think this then is what he's talking boot. Yeah, big difference between the two, both in price tag and everything.
anybody. I noticed G-Webs was in here for about 2 seconds and left.
I have one of those, Dano. Let me double check to make sure it's the same one.
Well, they make, as far as the slip-on, they make 2 variations. There's that variation, and then there's one that looks more just like a piece of rubber that slips on.
Okay, yeah, mine doesn't have the, looks like, the tennis shoe air pocket spring like that one.
Right.
I got the regular one that is just, it's black and all-inclusive or whatever. I like it, though.
I mean, at the time, did they have both of them available?
No. It was at, Sports Authority or whatever, so it just had it right there, and I'm like, oh, I'll take this one. I mean, do you have a semi-auto or do you have a pump?
No, I have a pump. It's just, as I put it in the side, I have a number of years ago, I think it was 2001, I had shoulder surgery, and I have some steel pins in my shoulder, and so even birdshot can be a little bit rough on my shoulder.
And plus, you're probably extra sore at the end of shooting.
Yes, and I don't shoot that long, and I like to be able to, enjoy my shotgun. Not necessarily shoot it for as long as I used to shoot it. I mean, times change. I understand that, but at least be able to go out there and shoot, 20 rounds, whatever, and enjoy it, and then not be in pain afterwards.
Would you ever consider selling or trading up to a semi?
Nice shotgun?
No, a semi. So where that gas is going to use to reduce a lot of that recoil for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's more. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand. Yeah. I got it.
I used to have a semi-auto many, many years ago, and for reasons we won't go into, I don't have it anymore. Worked fine. It was a Mossberg, but I would just like to have it for enjoyment purposes. I don't really need it, so it really doesn't justify a doubling of cost for me.
I hear you there, but you would probably enjoy shooting. If you got that limb saber on a semi-auto, you'd probably enjoy shooting shotgun a lot more. But I understand what you're saying, that if it's just a fun thing and it's not really even for defense, I mean, unless I guess if you had it in your hand and you needed it. But like that was one of the things that I want to look into. I think we were on here the other night and somebody, was it you, Foos? We were looking at the 930.
Yeah.
And it was like $575 or
$575 right now.
Thoroughly ridiculously cheap, and that's also the 9-shot.
No, that was the 930 JM Jerry McClick Tactical Edition.
Okay.
I think 9 the tube, 1 the chamber. It's a 9+1 20-inch shotgun, semi-auto, ready to rock and roll.
See, if I could somehow get $150 to $2, which I probably wouldn't. Out here, I could almost get $2 for my Maverick, but I would probably get about $150, and it would move. So then I would just have to, because I kind of like that JM model.
My Mossberg Flex and M&P Pro went up for sale today.
Oh, so you're on the hunt then.
Well, that will give me more than I need for that.
Excellent. That's
because
awesome.
I'm hoping I put the Mossberg Flex up for $375, hoping I get 3.5, and then my M&P, I put up for 5. I have a mag holder and a holster for it with it. I have it up for 5. I'm hoping I get 4, 4.25.
So Z, getting back to the shoulder pad, you said you put one on. You have the Maverick 88, right?
Yes, sir.
Would you say it made a significant difference, noticeable but not much, or no difference really at all?
It definitely made a difference for sure. Because what's on that pad is like a hard plate otherwise. Oh wait, no, that was the plastic one. I had a different one. Yeah, I definitely like it. It definitely makes a difference. As to how much,
Yeah.
noticeable amount?
Yeah, I realize it's hard to measure how much, and that's why I try to keep
Because
it
we're
down.
talking perceived recoil, right? I mean, truly, right? Now, someone of not my size and stature might think that it either helps a lot or it doesn't do enough.
No,
Where
it's my shoulder post-surgical issues that will be forever. That
man, I would almost.
Have
Would
you
you
ever-
ever consider getting the shock absorber stock for the shotgun?
No. Have you ever shot switching shoulders? Or ever thought switching shoulders?
Eh,
I'm left-handed, and I gave it a shot, literally, ha ha ha, many years ago, because for rifle, I'm also cross-eye dominant, so I have to shoot with my weak eye.
Okay. Well, just a thought.
So, oh no, it's a good, for somebody who hasn't tried it, especially somebody who's cross-eye dominant or has a shoulder issue. It's an absolute something that you should at least try. I mean, it costs nothing to try.
Right.
I wasn't able to overcome, I'll call it the psychological and physiological issues involved. I mean, you do something one way for 20, 30, 40 plus years, and then you've got to overcome all that hard wiring of your natural biology of doing things.
True. On a different note, I put your package in the mail today.
Oh, thank you.
Should be there Thursday.
Do you want to?
No.
We don't even know what I'm going to say yet.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Okay, pink.
and like you said, no.
All right.
Okay, wait. What were you What were you going to say?
I was not going to say that. If in the side chat, if you have a account that's hooked to a PayPal,
No.
Just for shipping and thank you sort of thing.
No, don't worry about it.
Well, I do worry about it because it's about doing the right thing.
I understand, but it was like $6 shipping, so don't worry about it.
No. What bothers me is that that's how good people end up getting sooner or later abused by people who use people, and then they don't keep doing good things.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, if
But
you
you're
would
not
ask
that
for
good,
like
Dano.
right, if you would have asked for like 100 or something like that, of each, I probably would have been like, yeah, maybe.
I told them to go after 10,000.
But yeah, it's funny you said pink.
Is that the color?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good actually, because having a high visibility color makes it easier for me to keep track of where they're at and that they don't get lost in the mix.
And for everyone who doesn't know, we're talking about dummy rounds. I made up some 15 223 and 15 9mm dummy rounds for Dane. And of course the 223, they're just regular brass, all brass. So I couldn't really powder coat those.
Gratefully, and thank you.
Not a problem. Now if Island wanted some, I may have to charge him for shipping.
Have you? I don't know as far as using other sorts of something else for projectiles. But have you thought about just making dummy rounds for sale, like through an online store?
I have not thought about that.
Because it seems that most of them that are out there, like A-Zoom as an example, they're cheaply made. The coating ends up scraping off and getting into your gun, versus actually using
Brass and lead.
brass and lead, or even if you upgraded it to nickel, so the casing was a bit more firm, a little stronger.
I would have to then call out my cases for looking for the nickel coated ones.
Well, I'm just one. But if you did it as a side business, let's say you start with a simple website and you don't make any until you get your first order.
Right.
And then you order, I don't know, 100 nickel case brand new.
Get to fucking work, Foos. What are you doing here, Chad?
I'm just thinking a way to make money without, because he has all the tools already.
Yeah.
He knows I'm just fucking with him, I would hope.
I know. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Because, the only reason A-Zoom is still in business, in my opinion, is because nobody's made an acceptable quality product. That stayed in business.
There's another company that makes caps. There's at least one or two, right?
There's one that uses, it's basically all plastic except for the primer, and it's actually has a little primer in there hooked to a spring. Yeah. And then they have the foam ones.
That's why A-Zoom is the best. It's the actual, casing.
No, it's not. It's just aluminum. Not. It looks like
it's casing. Aluminum. Okay, so it's aluminum, not brass.
Correct.
Okay.
There are some out there that are bullet, and it's a solid brass piece of metal. It's milled, it's laid down, but those are expensive.
Dano, I'm not telling you what to buy, but you need to click that link in the internal.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
What does that puppy run? I imagine it looks like it's.
I will find out.
I don't think they run all that much.
I think I tell you about. I'm going about 120.
I'd say less than that.
Because I know one Mako makes one of those, right?
Yeah, but Mako, one of them kind of has the limb saber like on a diagonal where it takes the recoil.
Right.
And if I heard some of them get into your face and can pinch skin and stuff like that. But this one, unless you're right up on it, I don't see how it could do it since it has that AR buffer tube and kind of looks like that's where it recoils in.
But this would be for a shotgun, so.
Right, but just where that buffer tube is, it kind of looks like that there's some recoiling mechanism there. Like you still have a spring inside that buffer tube to help absorb some recoil.
And the way you were saying it, I know that especially that looked like the deluxe model of Limb Saver that you had linked. This FAB, which is Mako or whatever, I'm gonna look that up and see what the price is for you.
Yeah, I don't mind paying. It's not like it's that expensive in the first place, so I don't mind paying an extra $15-20 if it's gonna actually do the job better.
Well, this is definitely, instead of jacking your shoulder, it's going to push. Let's see.
I think Zoll makes, if you go to zoll.org, they make the same thing.
Well, what I really want is the one that used to be called, not Inodyne, but what was that one called? It was the Shot Shock, and now a different company makes them, and they're pretty kick-ass. Let's see if this shit's on Amazon.
Amazon is always cheaper. Although Amazon, I think Blade HQ beats them in prices. Amazon.
I just wanted to get a general price.
Yeah, because the Limb Saber AirTech version, which is the one I'm looking at, is $32 and change with free shipping. over $35. So if I bought a little something extra to it, I could get free shipping out of it.
There's a Knox shotgun pad. That's the one that's diagonal.
Yep, and that's the one that's on The Walking Dead.
And-
Mossberg.
Yeah, that's the one I think
And it's just
comes back and catches you.
Well, Foos, look at the one in the side chat I just dropped in there. That's the one I'm looking at. It's just a slip-on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not what I was looking at.
I mean, it's a lower cost way of trying to see. I mean, it still may not be good enough, but I can't tell until I actually try it.
I
Like I
was
said,
looking at.
I know a few people with limb savers, and they all like them. Like, as a matter of fact, it's almost just commonplace on a 12 gauge, you know?
Yes, they're very popular as far as that sort of product.
You have a 500 or a Remington?
It's a 500. They're using a term that I'm not familiar with as far as size. It says medium 1-inch LOP. What's LOP stand for?
Length of pull.
1-inch length of pole?
I think that's what it adds
Additional, probably.
That's what it adds to it?
Oh, well, you would think for size they'd tell you, like, maybe the length of it and then the width.
Well, the reason it's medium is because of the size of the buttstock at the end. They have a medium and a large. And that pad basically adds to the length of pull is 1 inch.
Oh, okay. Because I had measured the buttstock itself. Not that anyone else cares, but it's mine is 5 1/4 by 1.5, which is not particularly big. That's kind of a medium to a small, depending on. But I had put a Butler Creek on a Mossberg 500 at the local gun store, and their medium was like way too big.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying all I have is the reference, and I think I got the large.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Maverick 88.
one manufacturer's medium is somebody else's small.
True words.
Because the person I was working with, they had no idea. They had no reference charts they had behind the counter as far as what it would fit. But they had a 500, so they said, well, let's see if it fits. So they pull it out of the package. The medium didn't fit. It was clearly too big, and they didn't have a small. So I said, well, that's okay. I'll just go on the internet and see if I can find a small. And then I decided not to go cheap with the Butler Creek because it was basically just the old-fashioned 1970s rubber pad.
Yeah.
And
I had one of those for my Model 59.
Limb Saver made a more modern, better, improved version.
Better, improved.
But I figured I'd ask. I figured somebody in here had to have either currently used one or used one in the past.
Yeah, I had an old 70s recoil pad on a double barrel that I had from my great-grandfather. But, well, sorry, my dad had it. Whenever he gave it to me, I ripped that son of a bitch off.
Yeah, because it's an ass kicker. That recoil pad you're talking about ain't hardly nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it felt okay. The recoil pad on the shotgun felt harder than the plastic plastic thing on the metal buttstock.
I'm sure it was because
Yeah,
rubber actually gets harder as it ages. So
yeah, I mean, it's.
If it was 20 years old by the time you got it, it was probably already rock hard.
My dad, let's say, I don't remember a time when that wasn't on that gun.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't know if it makes me a pussy or not, but pretty much any shotgun that I have, it's going to have a limb saver on it. But then again, I'm only buying a 12 gauge. I'm not really buying a 20. Now, if I could get my hands on a 16, a 10, or an 8 gauge, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy any of those. I definitely would be interested.
I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably get a 20 gauge.
Which is understandable, especially with your shoulder surgery.
Because they do make higher capacity 20 gauge shotguns. I mean, they're not all just for kids anymore.
No, they're not.
And ladies.
And
Don't forget the ladies.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Dude, you can never forget about the ladies.
Never, 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 never.
The only downside of women shooting is usually
Women are shooting?
that means you have to buy and make more ammo.
I was gonna say the ammo sharing. That's part of the.
That is
Oh,
that's
you
it.
complain.
That is it.
are you indirectly referring to a relatively new, but not brand new Gun Channels member?
Who?
No shit.
I think that was just a
She pays
generality.
for it. She buys the ammo.
Oh.
Well, she doesn't buy it for a profit for me. She buys components I assemble.
Nice. That's awesome. That's the way it works with one of my friends out here.
Yep.
At least the ammo part. I don't know about the payment part.
Oh, crap, it's Bob. Hey, Bob.
How you doing, Bob?
So he's parked outside of a McDonald's. Sweet.
You in front of Chris's house yet?
No.
Are you in the lower 48 states?
No.
Well, that's good
Thank
and bad,
God.
Bob.
Well, he is in the 49th state. Or is it 51st? I can't remember.
Maybe 52nd, actually.
No, their insurance is a bitch right now, so I got to wait till next year.
Whose insurance?
Auto?
Mine.
Okay.
Puerto
Oh,
Rico will more
I have to get-
likely become. Oh, I was gonna say.
I have to get travel insurance, man, if I want to go down there.
Oh, I gotcha.
Really?
Yeah, because we're a
Well, I
bunch
could go
of
without.
Neanderthal witch doctors down here.
Yeah, and I want to say
the
that.
problem is, I know a guy who had a heart attack down there, and by the time he got back up here, he
Oh,
was
that's
like
true.
something like $250,000 in debt.
Wow.
So yeah,
My gallbladder
Yeah,
only cost
and
me $50,000 to remove.
We do have several Canadians die down here every year.
Yeah.
I mean, where I'm at.
oh yeah,
in
because they won't go to
particular.
the doctor.
No.
He's
Other
talking
reason.
about on the islands.
Ice, ice, baby.
they're just
Well,
waiting on that free health care that never arrives.
Well, no. I mean, they're so used to frigid temperatures. Whenever they go there, their blood just boils.
well, then
No,
I've
they
seen
ask for
heart
ice and they get the wrong kind of ice.
drownings. I've seen all sorts of stuff.
Well, I had a guy I worked with. He went down there and he damn near drowned on the beach one day because like he's a really big guy, and he's wearing I guess a really small Speedo, and they kept trying to roll him back in the ocean. They thought he was a lost beluga whale or something.
Yeah, that might happen.
Hey,
He did kind of look a bit like Hugh Quark.
Oh.
Are you saying that there's a visual tie-in between the Quarkith and the Beluga?
Yeah, slightly.
I
You
thought he
saw
was
the
just
video
comparing
of
the two
Quark
feet.
rolling outside in the snow.
No.
Oh, really? See, because it looked just like when the polar bears, they actually pull those belugas up through their blowholes and then roll them around in the snow and eat them like snow cones.
No, I have seen that video.
yeah, it's not the blowholes; it's the air holes. The blowholes on the top of their body. Air
Sorry,
holes
air
where they
holes,
breathe
yeah,
through the
air
ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say,
They
Puerto
probably
Rico
grow
is most likely going to be our 51st state. Well, at least before Canada,
Well,
Yeah.
why wouldn't D.C. become a state?
because it's where all our politicians stay.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah, if they make
whatever.
a state, then they can like throw it out of the union.
Well, and see, the voters would actually have a voice in the place that they
No,
live. They'd have-
because if they become a state, all their stuff wouldn't be federally funded. They'd actually have to have taxes of their own and
Oh yeah.
all that shit.
Oh, Dan, oh, that's
Suck
mean.
off the government tit.
What Dale do? That's so mean.
Just the internal.
I don't see it.
That's 'cause it's like from like 5 minutes ago.
Well, I just read the internal. I've been watching videos that I filmed tonight that are complete and total crap because my camera does not pick up a frickin' 900 lume flashlight in the dark very well. So, oh well.
Yeah.
Frickin' lights up my whole frickin' backyard, but my camera won't pick that up. It'll pick it up if I shine it on the nice green tree about, you know, when I'm down at the bottom of my driveway, it's about a 200-yard shot, or 200 feet shot,
At nighttime.
at nighttime.
What are you trying to catch? The fireball of unburnt powder?
No. The
No,
spread
it's
and the
neighbor's
beam of
skinny
a big flashlight. 900 lume flashlight.
Uh-oh. Headbangers Ball.
Somebody's rocking.
Gio, stop listening to music and listen to a chat.
He's rocking in the house.
That's right, man. Give him a break.
Do you guys see my Fresnel lens versus the can of soup?
Well, I saw it. I didn't watch it because it was just like, oh, this can of soup's going to blow up.
Pretty much. No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I've put cans of soup in fires. I know what they do.
About how fast do they go on a fire?
Well, so the Fresnel lens is faster. I mean,
I could hear the freaking can boiling within 2 seconds of putting it in the beam.
yeah. I still don't know why you want to blow in a can of soup, though. I mean, yeah, it was outdated, so yeah. Apparently, you actually know that soup is, you know, once it's past its due date, it's still good as long as it's not dented or swollen.
Yep, there you go, Bob.
Yeah, but I've tasted one of those cans of soup that was a type that I actually liked, and it just tasted metallic.
Oh, that's heavy metal, baby.
Yeah, where are you buying your soup? Costco?
Campbell's.
Walmart.
Campbell's soup. At
Not
Costco.
Walmart.
Ain't
Right.
noise
Made in
pollution.
China. The stuff in Walmart is made in China, and they just put a Campbell soup label on it.
No, I actually buy it from my grocery store, Festival Foods.
Ah, it's always a festival at Festival Foods.
But it was a good 5 years out of date.
Amen.
Yeah, you're actually supposed to rotate your prep stocks there, Court.
No, this is all food that I kind of got pushed into the back of the cupboard after my father passed away because I hate cream of mushroom soup.
I love cream and mushroom soup.
Oh yeah, cream mushroom soup's great.
Yeah.
Cream mushroom soup with chicken, or you can mix it up with like beef.
No.
Beef tips.
You know what you can do is you heat it up and use it as a sauce on fish sticks, and it's really good.
Every
Oh.
freaking weekend, you know, Saturday and Sunday, it was pork chops cooked in cream of mushroom soup for, I don't know, 10 years.
Oh, it makes great mashed potatoes and gravy. If you ever put that on, use that as gravy.
I never liked mashed potatoes
And
as
gravy?
a kid.
Oh, I love mashed potatoes and gravy.
I like mashed potatoes now. As a kid, I hated them.
Really?
But yeah, I was just eating pork chops and cream of mushroom soup and
Bob, you
vegetables
Bob,
for
you use
dinner.
cream and mushroom soup, right?
And then the next day, having it again after not really liking either to start out with, I've ended up despising both pork chops and cream of mushroom soup. Now I will eat a stuffed pork chop because there's no bone and it's got stuffing to take away from the flavor. So,
Ladies and gentlemen.
and
Yeah.
I got to get up nice and early tomorrow morning so I can go to the grocery store because it's going to be beautiful and sunny tomorrow and get bacon.
No, shut up.
I'm going to cook bacon with a Fresnel lens.
Oh, you know what you do? You take the bacon, you wrap it around
No, it's
some
just going to be
meatloaf?
cooking bacon with a Fresnel lens. I'm going to see if I can do that. I've got a cast iron. I just don't know if the cast iron pan's going to work because it's a ceramic coated cast iron.
Probably not then.
Well, I'm going to try it. The worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have a piece of scrap iron out of the ceramic.
Yeah.
Well, then that means you have to eat the bacon.
Yes, I know it means I have to eat the bacon. Yeah, my only other thing that's cast iron is a cooking pot. Big, huge thing. That's actually for putting in the oven.
Well, don't you have like a grill?
Yes, but I can't really use a Fresnel lens to heat up the grill without melting the grill. Because it's an aluminum-sided
Well, you
grill.
can put aluminum foil on top of the grate, so you have a flat surface. And then you
Yeah, but
aim
his
at the
lens
food.
will melt the aluminum in the food.
Yeah, it'll melt the aluminum off the grill.
Well, you should have a steel grate.
Yeah, I got steel grate, but you don't aim it right at the grate. You gotta have something to heat up. In other words, by using a grill, it ended up being starting the charcoal with the grill.
Well, there you go. There's a video for you.
I actually plan to do that.
Get all those preppers out there to suddenly say, "Hey, I need a fancy lens."
Yep, I will say I did put a hole in my Fresnel lens with a primer.
I tell you what, I do like putting bacon on my mashed potatoes. Bacon and whipped cream, and oh my god, nice crispy bacon, center cut, maple smoke.
Oh, I'm just gonna get cheap grocery store bacon
Bacon is good on just about anything.
You got to get
because
thick
I
bacon.
really can't. I gotta get the cheap stuff because I really can't have it because I'm on a low bad cholesterol diet. So
We're not asking you to eat the whole pack.
I know. That's why I'm getting the frickin' grocery store stuff, because if I went to Maplewood and got the real good stuff, I would eat
The
the
hell
whole
we're
frickin'
not, Dano. Eat the pig.
Yeah, I would eat the whole frickin' thing from Maplewood Meats. I would eat that whole frickin' slab of bacon.
Hey, I'm not supposed to eat bacon, but when I do occasionally eat bacon, it's the good shit and not the cheap shit.
Like, what do you eat? Do you eat that?
Yeah,
What?
well, I just plan to cook up a couple strips and I'll throw the rest in the
Do
freezer
you do
for
center cut, or do you do
Sunday.
the same slice
Well,
cuts?
the real thick sliced.
Oh,
you know,
so you
the
talk
real-
about center cut.
Yeah, $11 a pound kind of stuff.
Oh, that one by what's that name? Starts with the W. Westlings. Jeez. You probably got different bacon up there, but
Oh, we got different bacon, but yeah, it's like the most expensive bacon you can get, and the slices are about a quarter-inch thick or so.
oh, you wrap that in your steak, or you could wrap that around in your sausage.
No.
Stuff.
You can put it
my
on
God,
anything.
Put it on your brat. Oh my God.
No, you eat that. That's bacon that you eat plain. That's just delicious.
Oh, or as sandwiches. Oh,
Yeah,
it makes such
yeah,
good
that's what I'm
sandwich.
talking about. You don't
And
frickin' put it without.
Well, and you know what? I use the bacon grease for dipping sauce.
I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I have one cheat day a week. Yeah, Sunday is my cheat day, so that's a day I can kind of go overboard. So
That doctor's just trying to ruin your life. Show him wrong.
Thank
I know,
you,
they
Dan.
told me to quit smoking and drinking too. those bastards.
Exactly. I mean, what kind of a nut?
But Bob, you notice he didn't tell you
Doctor-
to quit whoring.
No.
Oh man, I tell you.
So at least you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Name one thing that bacon doesn't go well with. It goes well with eggs, pork chops. I like bacon on my pizza.
Ice cream.
Oh, there's bacon ice cream. There's bacon flavored vodka. There's bacon flavored beer. There's bacon flavored sunflower
bacon
seeds.
flavored, that's different than mean bacon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
bacon flavored taste.
bacon beer. Okay, gotcha. No problem there.
There's bacon flavored shakes. They actually do. They make there's a place out in California that makes
I
bacon.
do not want meat byproducts in my ice cream.
Oh, I
Come
do.
on.
As
Well, you
much
get some nice.
What are you,
Yeah,
what are
you
you
get some.
scared, Dano? You scared or something?
Do you eat hot dogs, Dano?
I
Works
like
great.
my
Polar bears.
meat to be manly, and I like my ice cream to be.
Oh, so he likes his sausage nice and big.
Yeah, and his
Dano
ice cream
just
nice
said
and
on the
melted.
chat
Oh.
that he likes man meat. That's
Let
what
it-
I heard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually I kind of heard that too. Yeah.
Let us not forget the famous BLT.
There's nothing wrong with that, Dano.
So-
At least
Bacon,
I'm
lettuce, and tomato
different.
sandwich.
Absolutely, and I particularly enjoy it on a pink bun.
I tell you, BLT around 12:30 if a hard day's work.
Yeah, that's which is really weird because I mean you got a fruit. Tomato's a fruit, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
tomato is
A
a fruit,
vegetable.
sir.
and bacon together, and yet it tastes just amazing.
What kind of bread do
You
you like
fret the
yours with,
lettuce.
Bob? Do you like a rye, wheat?
Wow, I like a Winnipeg rye, man. It's a they pretty much only make it in Winnipeg, but
I'm white trash. I go for the white bread with my BLTs.
There's nothing wrong with Wonder Bread.
oh no, I mean I normally like white bread, but you know for a BLT, that rye bread, it's just so hearty.
As much as it kills me to say so, I have to agree with Bob. Rye bread is very good, delicious.
Oh, I like rye bread with the fish fries. I like rye bread with corned beef.
I like a beefsteak rye.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go.
Yeah.
Rye bread.
Oh, I like rye. You know, come on, you never liked rye bread with your fish fries when you're here in the States?
I'm still technically in the States, by the
Not
way.
technically. You're
Well, you're in
mostly outside.
Yeah, well, you know what? I like a baked
I'm in the
burger.
state that they saved the best for last, fool.
Yeah, bacon
You're
burger.
in the state that's not even connected to a main body of land.
It's a port.
You're just an island chain out in the middle of the Pacific.
That's right. I am the most physically isolated place on the planet.
You know,
One
I
tsunami and you're gone.
Nope.
That's true.
I have a 10,000-foot mountain. It's going to better be one hell of a tsunami.
I didn't realize it till now, but
I'd like to see how fast you can run up that fucking mountain.
You'd be surprised what my motivation would be.
All this bacon flavored soda pop.
you're not even on the same tectonic plate.
Yep.
I'm in the ring of fire, baby.
Oh,
Johnny
no.
Cash sang about it.
Yeah, you're on the other side of the ring of fire.
No, I'm
That
right
was a
in- I'm about
different
right in the
type
middle
of
of
ring of fire.
Yeah, the Appalachians are in the ring of what fire? I mean, aren't they? No.
No.
What
West
is it?
Coast.
Ring of Fire goes all the way down to like Easter
Oh.
Island,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's like all the way over to Japan. So literally, I'm pretty much in the middle of it.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
the
it's
ring of
from
fire is
Japan
or
to
part of that
California.
mountain range. It's the Appalachians turn into the Rockies, and all that is all caused by the.
Bob, you need to look at
Awesome.
him.
The
You
Rockies.
need to look at a map one more time, Bob.
Yeah. No. Appalachians do not ever come close to the Rockies.
Really, what the hell mountain range do they join up in? Oh no, that's the other coast. Okay, never mind.
Like the severe.
That's all
Yeah.
right. We knew you were confused, but we just weren't sure how much.
Well, it's I'm
You're just
dyslexic
old.
to the left and right, you know.
Well, and here's the other thing. It's
That was
United
maybe.
States geology. It's not, or geography. It's not Canadian geography, so I can understand.
Yeah, we only have like 9 provinces to remember. 9 provinces.
Yeah, we just call the Rocky Mountains the Rocky Mountains. They call theirs the Canadian Rockies.
Well, that's
But
'cause
you would
they're
think because of
Canada.
that, he would understand at least because they physically are one and the same thing.
Yep.
It just
Yeah,
continues.
no, it was because I was talking to Gun Geek, and he was talking about how the Appalachians ran right up into where he lived, and I was just like going, I don't know, the Appalachians run into Canada, and then went, oh wait, that's the wrong coast. Never mind. Like I said, I'm dyslexic. You know, it's the right, left, the
Oh,
east,
Michael,
west.
Bob, you're so hard on yourself.
It's early set Alzheimer's. You'll be okay.
Yeah, it's dementia. Fuck, get it right.
Well, you got the first part of the phrase right, Bob.
Yeah.
Dick.
Now you're starting to sound like that other Hawaiian dude.
Oh,
I don't think so.
The screenwriter.
I would hope Hawaii has worse taste than Ireland.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Just on panel members.
Apparently, he's hoping that one or the other of you has worse taste. I don't know. You know, seemed pretty self-evident to me.
Well, that's the part that I'm leery of.
Well, it looked like it was going to get exciting a little earlier. Coyotes were howling, the dogs were barking, but yeah, nothing's happened. Bummer.
Nothing's biting.
Nope. I'm waiting. Go out there and get me one of the mangy coyotes.
Turn them into coyote jerky.
Yeah. Well, no. Hell no. Just let dogs eat them. Dogs gotta have something to roll in.
Yeah.
Ew.
You're quite the conservationist.
Certainly, you certainly
Hell
care a lot for your dogs, don't you?
What? Dogs like to roll in dead shit. Not my
They
dog.
do.
You
My
said
sister.
let the dogs eat the coyotes.
Yeah. Well, they can eat them if they want. They're
The
probably in
coyotes
anyway.
probably have all sorts of parasites.
Well,
I was
these
thinking
dogs
of the
are farm
worms.
dogs. They probably do too. Jeez.
You're probably not wrong.
Well, no. I mean, these dogs eat ticks off each other.
You want me to do that, Jubes?
Eat ticks off him? What?
No, well, people are licking me. So.
'Cause I'm thinking it's easier for humans to pick them off because we got fingers. Yeah, tick season's just ending here. It's been just fucking horrendous this year. My sister shaved her little dog. She's got like a Shih Tzu that goes outside and plays with big dogs. And they were finding so many ticks, and there were so many ticks in their house because they let that dog in the house. And so they shaved the dog, and they found like tons of ticks on it, and they even put the the special powder on the dog and all that stuff you rub into him so it makes the dog's blood poison. But yeah, to ticks, but it didn't seem to matter. Poor dog had like 30 ticks on it, and we're not talking a big dog.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, long-haired dogs, eh?
No,
I
I was talking. I'm talking to G-Wubs. I like that. I want the gunwebsites.com patch.
Oh, I want any gun websites patch. I got a couple, but I need more.
I got one actually. The gun website shooting team.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't you have to
I had
actually
one of
shoot
those
a gun
patches.
once
I
you-
sold mine on eBay.
For like $1 million?
Yep, $450, man, plus shipping. Somebody named Ed bought that shit.
Damn. DB. DB.
You're such a whore, DB.
Well,
I was
dude, it's
thinking-
eBay, man. It's eBay.
Let's not go there. Keep it clean.
That's probably one of the easiest places to sell patches.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
We don't need no stinking patches.
No, yeah, the Three Amigos.
I was gonna say, Dano, I was listening to you. You need to pony up. You need to spend that money. You need to get a gas-operated Beretta tactical, 1301 tactical, $700 on Botash. It's a $1,100 gun.
Really?
Or you need to step it up and get the
Like a
Benelli
Benelli.
with the Comfortech stock and the kickoff, I think. Well, no, the Beretta has the kickoff. Because those things reduce recoil. Like a gas-operated shotgun reduces recoil already. But when they add it in with the stocks, those special stocks, you're getting a 30 to 40% recoil reduction.
Oh, yeah, like a 12-year-old girl could shoot them, I've heard.
Yeah, I would say like a recoil-operated gun, like a Benelli's recoil-operated, and then the Berettas are gas, right? And some of those Benellis, they have the Comfortech stock, and if you look at it in the middle, it's got this rubber like insert that like in a pattern, and the whole stock flexes. Like it's hard to describe. Like, but if you Google it, you'll see. And just that stock alone is of something like a 30% reduction in recoil or whatever. But the when you get a Beretta with the gas operation and then some sort of like fancy stock, it's like super awesome.
So actually, it's a shotgun you can use.
Well, no, because he had like a shoulder issue or something.
No, I meant you, DB. Not.
Oh yeah. I can't afford it right now. But I mean, nothing kicks as hard as a regular pump. You know, I think maybe a double barrel shotgun kicks really hard. You know, there's nothing going on there to absorb anything. But
I shoot my little double all the time, and even with my blood thinners causing bruising everywhere else, I never get a bruise on my shoulder with that thing.
Are you talking about a coach gun?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just physics. You can't argue with it. I mean, they just have nothing going on there shocking, like shock absorption or anything. It's just straight into you.
I got a steel butt stock or a steel butt plate on mine, and it still doesn't bruise.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm saying for Dano because he had surgery.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, the surgery plus the two steel pins that are still in there holding it together.
Mm. Yeah, I got a couple of them holding my tendons on, but yeah, they're not actually in the joint. They're actually just anchoring the tendons.
You know, like Benelli, Beretta, and Stoger, right? They're all one company. I guess Beretta owns everything now. But like the Stogers are like really affordable versions of the Benelli Action. You know, I forgot the inertia system that they use. But it's a shame that no one comes out with like an affordable version of the Beretta. Like Stoger should just do a gas, an affordable gas shotgun.
Mm.
I'd buy one.
Well, Stoger makes some nice guns. My brother picked up a over and under 20 gauge double for his nephew or for his grandson. Fuck, is that thing sweet, and not expensive. And it shoulders beautifully. It's not super fancy, but I mean, just the way it handles is like a gun that costs twice as much. I'm really impressed with it. Because normally I didn't like Stogers. I didn't like their coach guns and stuff.
Stogers are Turkish, right? Which means they support terrorists, right?
Yeah,
Wait, we're on air.
unfortunately.
We're on air. Sorry about that.
Oh,
No, actually,
That
Turkey
is true.
ISIS, doesn't it?
I think a lot of this. I think all the Stogers are made in Turkey.
That's why you see all those ISIS fighters carrying Stogers, man.
But still, Beretta owns the company.
Oh, so
Doesn't
they're
make it any better.
Now we know where they're getting armed from.
So does that make them fascist then instead of?
Mussolini's?
It depends.
Mussolini's?
At least we got it back on guns.
I try.
It's potluck. You get what you bring.
I got
Yeah.
a lot of this. I don't even have a shotgun anymore. I have a lot of that.
What?
Reduced.
You don't even have one shotgun?
No.
How do you
I have a
protect your
Chihuahua,
house
though.
without a
I'm
shotgun?
trying to sell a Chihuahua. How do I protect my house without a shotgun? That's a good question. But I throw this Chihuahua at them. And
That's probably
then
very effective.
Oh,
I
hell
had
yeah.
230 grain Federal HST 45 ACP. That's pretty good.
Oh, you shoot the Chihuahua just as it goes in front of them, and then they get splattered in little bits.
Yeah, I kick the Chihuahua at their face,
Just like a
and then
Chihuahua
it's like
shotgun.
a bomb.
Yeah, DB, how you talk about that, you would not do that because you'd be like, get behind me, you little yappers, I'll protect you.
DB,
Yeah,
stop carrying a 9.
I don't carry my 45. I use it a lot for the range, and then nightstand guns,
Night Stalker gun. I heard that.
Night Stalker,
You almost-
Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's on Netflix, man. It was a
Yeah,
good
that
one.
was a
It was a
good
good
show.
movie.
That was a good-
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it shows you about like the fucking local news is always like rape, robbery, robbery.
Lead the
That's
lead.
because you're in
Home invasion.
Atlanta.
So
Well,
you still
national,
have
like
plenty of
LA,
your,
any major city.
You still have plenty of your 9mm HST?
I think it's like 300 rounds of it probably. Because I bought something recently. I forgot what, and I had to test it out, so I shot a lot of it, like a couple of mags through it. 30 rounds or something, so I went through almost a box. But I have a lot of plus P. I found a box. I have Federal HST 230 grain plus P Federal that I bought like 2 years ago, and I'm like, wow, I don't even know what that's about.
Are those the little boxes or the boxes of 50?
The 50s.
It drives me crazy that they even sell the little boxes at 25.
Yeah, I don't get it, but
It's like it's hard enough to find. If I find one, I want it to be 50.
I've seen him at Walmart one time. HST.
Yeah, I saw them at Walmart once,
The 20-round boxes, yeah.
but normally they just carry the Hydra Shocks,
Yeah.
the Federal brand anyway.
So I guess if what TN Outdoors 9 was showing, and people talk about a plus P is going to expand more but penetrate less, no matter what, right? So. But I have this 50-round box of 230 plus P, and I think I bought it by accident. You know, from SGM or someplace.
Man, G-Webs and Pink both got some speedy 45 ACP. Man, I'm trying to remember what the grain weights were, but they were both of their 45s were pushing over 1,000 feet per second.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can get 45 in less than 200 grains.
Well,
Yeah,
no, you can
I
get
have
it.
a 200
you can
grain.
get a 200 and get it 185, but there's
185.
one had the what's that ammo that Yankee likes?
Hornady? Critical defense or something?
No.
Oh, no.
fragment,
I don't even know. Who knows if he's even carrying that
Pink
bad
rounds?
shit anymore?
No, come on now.
The Halo shit, dude.
No,
The
Luke
what was
likes
it called?
USM4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it was USM4
Right.
Halo.
Yeah, so they're the same thing.
Yeah, who knows if Yankee's still carrying that shit? That was such a fad, man.
Well, I definitely saw Pink. That's what he was putting in his 45 Pink Panther.
And Yankee, the last I talked to him, which was just a couple weeks ago, and he was, if it's a caliber for the carry gun he's carrying, he has it in there. He loves the stuff.
And man,
I have it in my freaking gun because it's not a fan. It'll go through freaking AAA armor.
oh, don't
But
say
it
that.
won't go
Wait.
through a fucking. But it won't go through a bedroom door. So who knows? You know?
No, it won't go through body armor cork. No. That's all a myth.
Yeah, it'll go through soft armor, I guess, but it's
Yeah,
definitely not.
yeah.
It's not
It won't go
going
through
through hard
plate.
armor. I think that was with the barrier penetration is the problem, like a car door or a window or a door.
I thought that was what the speed was for.
No, it's the grain weight is so light that it's like papa. You ever heard people say like 5.56, 223 is better for like a house with a lot of rooms and shit because it breaks up in 2x4s and sheetrock and shit because it's a light bullet going very, very fast, so it doesn't get it's not like an AK round which is heavy and moving. No, so I don't know. I don't think the barrier penetration is not where that thing excels. And then when TN Outdoors 9 did those ammo tests, it just wasn't penetrating in gel even. And then what was penetrating was a disc that was like 5 grains. So it's like muscle, tissue, bone. I would never fucking carry that shit.
See the
Sorry.
video of Leo's Jack who did it.
I would never carry that shit. And TN Outdoors 9 and others were doing tests on that stuff.
Yeah.
And unless you shot it at like a piece of meat at like 20 feet, it was making huge cavities, but they weren't very deep.
It went
then
through.
you don't
Yeah,
have
it went through the
over-penetration.
AAA soft armor, and then I should say AAA 3A soft armor, and then it was leaving this big, huge thing in molding clay. I mean, a huge, bigger than your fist hole.
Yeah, but that's clay. I mean, I'm just saying there's bone
After
and
the
other
body
things to
armor,
deal
though,
with
is
it,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm not worried about that because Barry,
If
the
I don't want my
chances I'm going to need it
round
to go
going
through.
anybody. I want it going in there.
If you could
and
name
staying
one,
in
if you
Hey,
could name
exactly.
one police department or one anything that would ever say that's a go, that's okay to shoot or use for self-defense
Police
or whatever.
shoot through freaking car windows and
No,
everything
police
else all
shoot
the
through
time.
doors, right? And you won't have to because you know exactly your gunfight. You know the future. Because if you know what gunfight is going to happen for you, then you can basically just not leave your house that day.
I was say I won't be there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You just cops have to shoot through cars. Well, I'm in my car a lot. There's a lot of cars where I live.
I mean, if there's
You never know. And if you're in a fucking mall or God forbid a fucking anything like, I don't know. I'm not going to be like, oh, this ammo's great as long as I don't have to shoot somebody through a fucking door.
I don't go to the freaking mall.
Well, let me give an example. And let's say that you're in your car at a stoplight. There's somebody in front of you and somebody behind you. You can't move. Somebody's now, and your window's rolled up, but somebody's now is on the outside with a gun pointed at you, saying to get out of the car. But between
if they already have the gun pointed at me, I'm getting out of my car.
What?
If they already have a freaking gun pointed at me, the likelihood of me being able to draw my firearm and get it on target, just basically point shooting before they pull the trigger is slim.
Okay. Now,
I have a pipe bumper on my four-wheel drive, so I might take my chances wrecking a motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah, I would get out of my freaking car. And if any of the criminals are smart enough, they're gonna carjack you, or they're gonna take the lead car.
Now, what if you had someone else in the car with you? Now, I realize you may not necessarily have a niece or a nephew or something like that, but a lot of us do, or have children of our own.
My situation's different from a lot of people. Yeah.
How often do you think a criminal is so sharp that he's going to kill somebody on the attempt at a draw? And how often is the criminal going to sit there dumbfounded as you pull out a gun and challenge him because he never expected that?
Well, just look how Yankee carries in his car. We don't.
I'm getting
it doesn't matter.
Like, the car, it's just property.
Everybody carries differently, dude. Like some people have their gun and on their in their car in a holster, like Yankee. So they can easily duck down, grab a gun so quick, the guy wouldn't know what the hell's going to happen. Anytime someone points a gun at you, I would flinch. You don't want to look at it.
Possibly in the car with them.
Oh, I still think. I mean, I don't want to speak for anybody, but somebody that already has a holster in their car set up for something like that, I'm sure they have. I would assume penetrating rounds in that particular firearm, and I'm sure that depending on case by case, whether it was the bad guy or case by case of the good guy, I'd say a good percentage of those good guys are going to let loose a couple of rounds through that window and see if that bad guy changes his mind about his vocation.
So, sorry, I just kind of heard the topic or whatever it was just now, and I kind of got really enticed in it. So when I'm driving or doing something extended in my car, I bring my AR pistol along with me. Does anyone else do that? And I literally I have a mag filled up with the green tip, like armor piercing, whatever, the light armor piercing green tip stuff.
They're not armor piercing.
Well, whatever, you know what I mean. Steel core.
I do. I know what you're saying.
They're about the same as any RIP ammo or whatever the fuck Halo.
So I have that shit on lock. So
no, they're not.
It'll defeat armor, absolutely, just like that other shit does, because it's going so fast. That armor's not rated for stuff going that fast, right? That 3A.
It's not rated. Well, 3A is not rated for rifle armor or rifle.
Right.
round.
Well, when you shoot one of those Halo things at 2,000 feet per second or whatever, then it goes through it.
I think it goes
through an AR, any AR round would defeat that stuff.
I wish I could carry an AR pistol in my car, Keeson, because I would absolutely consider it.
Island 3A is rated to stop up to a 308.
No, it isn't. 3 is. 3A is only rated to maybe 44 Magnum.
Is it?
Yeah, 4 is rated up to 30-06 and potential armor piercing.
That is correct.
It doesn't, all I know is my argument against that stuff is there's so many of them, but I wouldn't. It's very new. I don't know quality control in that company. They're not exactly federal. They're not exactly Winchester. I don't know.
I definitely hear what you're
saying. Number one. Number two, there's no police that use it, and that's a good. You can't even point to that in case of anything else later on. I use, it's what the police use. So shut up. You know what I mean? You can't even do that. Then ducking behind cover or anything like that, and God forbid someone's doing something crazy and then shooting at you, around a corner or whatever the hell. And I want something to at least poke through an average, kind of like a small wood door. You know what I mean? I'm sure that stuff would too. So, but then what would it do when it gets once it gets through a barrier? What's it going to do? Like car glass. I see a lot of these guys on YouTube shooting through car glass all the time. like Paul Howe and those guys talking about like deflection, like when you shoot at out of your window, how it might deviate a few degrees, like 10 degrees, 15 degrees. And then once you create that hole, then try to shoot through that hole, whatever. But that other stuff, I don't know how it acts. Like people don't use it a lot. So this is what it is. But TN Outdoors 9 was somebody that I watched all his videos, took his word on it, look around what other people use. Most of these people use different stuff, but that stuff was just too light. Like when Jaeger was always like Corban plus P plus or whatever that shit was. It was like 100 grain or 115 grain plus P. Corban solid copper. There's no lead. It was a solid copper projectile.
Like the new.
That would be, to me, would be like the lightest shit I'd ever do. Like I like 124, 147.
For my 45, originally I was thinking about going with the 185s, but some of that stuff that I saw, the G-Webs and Pink had, I definitely would like to at least try some of it.
Just buy some of Chris's black talons he's making.
Yeah.
Not so much.
You see the video of him shooting that Glock 41?
I did.
The Bolt Special.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. You seen that one?
Remember, there was a time in the forums where people were saying like Corban's quality control was in the shitter. Like
Hey,
a few years, 5 or 6 years ago.
What was the ammo in that Instagram pic from, like, was it like a week or two ago? I know me, you, and Pink were in a chat it was later in the evening, and it was the 45 ACP, like he had the USM4 or whatever it is, and that was like 115 or like 90 grains or something crazy. Yours was pretty light though too. I thought yours was like 135 or something. I know you're busy working though.
I don't guess I understand what you're asking.
What was the grain weight of that 45 ACP ammo that you had in your Instagram a week or two ago when we had it in a chat?
Dude, I do it every day, and I do an Instagram picture every 4 hours.
Okay, well, it was you, me, and Pink, and we were talking specifically about 45 ACP carry ammo, and you both had some pretty fast stuff. Your stuff was going over...
What I carry is whatever talons are. SXT, I guess.
Okay.
And then all the pictures are usually that weird shit. Rip?
Okay, I gotcha.
How about that one that looks like a drill bit?
Do you shoot up all those gold dots, G-Webs?
Gold dots? What?
You had told me just a long time ago that you had gotten a shitload of gold dots a long time ago at a really good deal. So that's why you...
Don't get confused in 40 with 45 AARP.
Yeah, man,
Right.
this is your class. Right. Should be at home with that stuff.
The ones that look like screwdriver tips are 40s, and yeah, I still have gold dots, but I carry 45 now.
He's getting older.
I don't believe it's morally right to carry a 40 caliber.
It's just too much.
I'm worried about the children and the environment.
Going back to his roots. Oh shoot!
What?
The black talons, or whatever it is on his what his extendeds. Some guy had a box of black talons. What is it? 40 cal for he only wanted like $30 for it.
What?
40 is
They
for
couldn't have been
rappers.
black talons. They had to be.
It was a legit. No, it was the legit black talons. But I don't think he knew what he wanted. But I messaged him. It was on our Facebook buyer gun buying whatever page. And I messaged him, but he never messaged me back.
That's because somebody else already bought that shit.
Fuck yeah!
It's like buying a fake
Buy.
Rolex. Like, these are black talons, but I don't have the box. I don't have the paperwork.
He had the box.
I promise you they're black talons, though.
I didn't even have a 40, but I would have bought it for $30.
You get them shits, and they're fucking like old Nyclad bullets from the fucking
Mr. Riggs
80s
out
and
there
shit.
When I bought my Kimber from that one guy, he had a box of was it PDX ones or whatever it is, the new style
Winchesters.
the SXT or whatever it is. Same thing as
People love that shit. PDX-1.
Mr. Wright out there said that it's the polycase ammo. Is the one that looks like
screwdriver?
Phillips, like a Phillips head or whatever.
I don't think it looks like a drill bit, not Phillips.
Ammo.
You're obligated when you're done like with your gunfight, to be like, "Screw you!"
Behind
Yeah.
the
Nice.
trader.
Good one.
So,
Screw you!
so talking about like
Awesome.
carrying a car and everything like that. I was been looking at one of those like gun vaults for the vehicle. Like you can get one like built just for like your car model or whatever, and it has like a gun tray and like a locking like whatever. A locking kind of like a mechanics like shelf or whatever.
Just need a glass case.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was looking
Those
at
are-
one of those.
Glass
Those are
case.
expensive.
Yeah,
But you're a baller.
I am.
You're independently wealthy.
you have a surplus of ARs at the time.
Right, a surplus of ARs. Thank you.
Surplus.
Wheel and
Well,
deal.
you do, you
I
son
would
of a
say
bitch.
abundance is more accurate. Surplus implies they're like not necessary.
Okay, right, there you go. An abundance. I like that.
I have abundance. I need to get abundance of AKs. Is what I need to do.
So they're gonna be like, the suspect had an abundance.
Oh, so I went to no. So I went to go shoot on yesterday. Yeah, I went to go shoot. Literally in my car, I probably had 10 guns. Like I had like 5 ARs and the AK, and then like my 2 handguns and everything like that. I'm like, man, if I get pulled over, I'm probably more armed than like the police department around
You
here.
guys, when you guys remember when you guys were such newbies that you used to worry about like leaving ammo in the car in the summertime?
No.
Nice.
Okay, just me then. Just me, I guess. Okay.
I want to get one of these. I just wonder what kind of gas mileage it gets.
Fucking, it takes probably 10 gallons just to travel a mile.
But it's a diesel. You know it's a diesel. So it'll probably run on freaking...
Imagine one of those tires and having it pop or like deflate.
Well, if you look in that picture, the third one in is flat.
Yeah.
And I bet you it still runs.
I wonder how much that costs to get that tire replaced.
That's not even a tractor tire size, is it?
I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like a converted train car.
I was thinking of one of the old buses.
Oh yeah, a bus.
Bus? Short bus?
Those sides little boxes remind me of like chicken coops, or like I was on the side of the nesting area and you could open the roof and grab the eggs. So
Can you believe this shit in New York?
I
I'm watching the news.
would store my abundance of ARs in there with a
Yeah, right.
better
What if someone loses you while
outside?
you're like, yeah,
A cornucopia.
Okay, so all my digging tools or what have you,
Yeah.
whatever the water, whatever needs to go on the outside.
I think they need to put an air pump in one of them.
There you go.
Can you imagine you got so many ARs, it's like, you can't even keep count anymore?
I always forget when I
That's
load
some
up.
sort of bad thing.
So I have a routine. So when I load up cause I bring gun cases, like actual like cheaper was it Pelican gun cases, and like just regular whatever. And I always gotta make sure this gun goes into this case, this gun goes into that case, so I know which one's which, so I don't forget. And I match up with my AR with the Treasure Con. I gotta put it with the M&P 1522, so just have enough room to fit in it.
Oh.
I need to get a legit range bag, so I could just throw ammo in it, whatever.
No one's called the governor of New York out at all.
For what?
On this fucking goddamn the prison break shit.
Oh, did you watch the World Star video where the guy, the reporter's by the prison, and some girl does a drop off of a bag in the prison?
Yeah, she's like, here's some fresh clothes, daddy.
The girl, the person in the background looks like a female. Walks
Today he was like, we have no idea where these people are. They could be outside of your house, or they could be in Mexico. We don't know.
Or in the same area, yeah. They
They
could
could
be
be
in
in
the same
your
area.
basement. Then this same fucking asshat, a few years ago, was like, you don't need 7 rounds to shoot a deer. Remember that fucking wacko? So no one took the opportunity to say to him, no one took the opportunity to say, wow, can you go over this New York Safe Act again? Like, if you know, so many households are around that prison, or like in that entire upper part of the state, how many rounds would it take an average-sized woman to take out these two fucking psychotic nut jobs?
Sure isn't going to take 7 rounds.
What? Come on, at least
2?
3 each. 3 each and 1 for yourself if you don't get them. Yeah.
Well, what kind
Keep
of
the
gun?
last round for
Remember that one lady that shot the guy 6 times with the special?
in his face. Yeah,
and he
in
still
his
drove
face.
off. He still drove off and crashed like, what was it, like 500 yards away?
Yeah, she blew his teeth out. She hit him 5 times in the face with a little snubby 5-shot.
Yeah. I thought it was 6 shot.
No, I think it was 5. But it might have been. But either way, like her husband was on the phone, like, you know what to do, honey. Like
the guy opens up the closet door and looks at her. Like,
he chased her up to her bedroom and then opened the closet door and she blasted him. Yeah, but I'm just saying, these guys aren't small guys either. They're like over 6 feet tall or whatever. And then 2 of them, you know, start shooting 7 rounds. And, you know, I don't know. 7 rounds isn't enough, man. It's not enough. It's not enough. No, they're blaming this guy for all this stuff, I guess. The governor, because the governor had a tour and he shut everything down, and they're like, wow, that whole time that he went up there and like toured and did photo ops and shit, like he was slowing down the search for these guys.
Nice.
Yeah, they're like, and now he's like,
in on it.
yeah, exactly. Fucking bastard.
He's an accessory.
I just look at fuckers like that, man. Like, you know, aren't you? How are you gonna save us, Daddy? You know what I mean? Like, you daddy state, fucking nanny state bastard. And you're like, you just stay home. You know, if you see these men, call 911. Don't use your shotgun. That's for deer. Little fucking scum. That's my rant of the evening. Back to bacon, bro.
Can you keep that accent going though for the rest of the evening?
Yeah.
That's maybe. I don't know.
Don't hurt
It's
yourself.
sort of like,
don't pull a muscle
I've
or
got
anything.
2 accents. It's like a Jamaican leprechaun, and then Mayor Cuomo. That's it, Governor Cuomo.
Although, DB, I do have to say, you are right. That would have been the perfect opportunity for someone in the audience to say, so are you suggesting that everyone in the state of New York have a handgun tonight?
I would just say, I think the best way to do it was to come up with some sort of question like, you know, raise your hand. He picks on you, and just say, you know, Governor Cuomo, I have a question. How would you give directions to a family that wants to protect themselves from these 2 criminals, these psychopaths? How would they defend their home tonight? You know, with their deer hunting rifle or whatever. Because you know, some of those places up in New York, you can't even have that. You know, and then I'm sure he would say, "Oh, a pistol would make it worse. If you had a pistol, these 2 men would come into your house and use your pistol." You know, whatever the fuck his name. That was a bad imitation. That's their favorite argument. It's like a pistol would make it worse. You know, always. It's always that. It'll never be anything other than.
Oh, I know.
Well, you don't understand. If you had a rifle in your house and these 2 men enter your home, they're going to find it and they're going to use it against you. So
Governor,
please call 911.
And I think what we can agree on, Governor, is that you don't understand.
Yeah, God forbid these men are probably gone. But if they did do a home invasion and, you know, raped and killed a family and burned the house down, which, you know, like what happened in D.C. a couple weeks ago, you could, you know, like, how can you be against self-defense?
How does the woman that they have that helped them not know vaguely where they're heading?
I don't know.
Well,
she has to know. I think she wanted them to kill her husband, and then they probably were like, yeah, we'll kill your husband. Sure. Help us get out of here. And they were like, ha, 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 that bitch thought we were going to kill her husband. Like, obviously, they didn't stick around to kill her husband.
Okay, so they just used her to get out.
Oh, yeah. She's in big trouble.
I understand.
Yeah, she's done.
But she had no clue as to.
Oh, sorry.
She was being too. I just assumed it was like a girlfriend or a wife of one of those two guys.
She was a worker at the prison, you know. She worked there.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I always think of these things. Because when the governor's on he was trying to use this as like a photo op. And I just always think, like, can't the ILA send some fake reporter out there to harass him about self-defense during an...
Do you get a lot of New York news down in Georgia, or do you intentionally look back home to see what's going on?
Oh, no. Unfortunately, this is such a story that it's on, like, it's on every night. Yeah, I mean, they're basically, like, saying this is a nationwide search at this point. I was listening to the radio, and they had, like, one of the guy's brothers was on, and he lives, like, in Florida, and he was like, you know, I'm afraid my brother's going to come kill me. He always said he was going to come kill me, and you know, he testified against his brother. It was like a huge story.
With the bang-up job, the TSL or the transportation people are doing, I'm sure they could have hopped on a plane by now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would think they're closer to Canada than Mexico, but the governor was like, oh, they could be in Mexico. We don't know. I'm like, yeah, fucking asshole. You know, whatever. I hate that guy. I can't believe it. You know, I just really hate that guy. Just for the gun stuff. You know, if you don't like the guy, if you're like, oh, I like him because he's anti-gun, but I like him on other issues, like, you know, he wants abortions like after babies were born or something. You know what I mean? Like, he was trying to approve like the most late-term abortion ever. It was like basically, you know, the day of the birth. Like this, he's just a dirtbag. Taxes are out of control. Total police state. You know, no firearms. High taxes. You know where I do live is New York has the nerve to like spend taxpayers' money on running ads where I live. Like, come back to New York. We have tax free. You won't have to pay taxes for the next 10 years if you bring your business back to New York, or just come here. And like, we've created tax-free zones where like you can bring your business to New York and stuff. And it's all, you know, it's all the time they run these ads. And you know, the taxes are just ridiculous there. Like the income tax, the property taxes are outrageous. And then they don't say anything about the employees. Like, you could bring your business to New York, but then all of your employees are going to suffer under those fucking property taxes and income tax. You might be okay for 10 years. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to rape you after that deal is done. So I guess seeing those ads kind of make me happy I left. It seems like a desperate, you know, move. New York is just fucking through. Except when I moved here, the Giants won the Super Bowl. That sucked. After years of being a Giants fan.
So just because you move means you're no longer a Giants fan?
No, I'm not into sports at all anymore. But
no, that's what it took for him to win.
Yeah, as soon as I moved, they like
the
fucking won the Super Bowl.
Like, imagine if he was in New York and you could like.
Well, they've won it what, 3 times since you left now?
Twice?
No, I don't think
Twice.
So. Yeah, maybe
Twice.
one other time. No, twice.
2010.
3 times?
Was it 2000?
Well, I know that they beat New England both times.
Yeah.
At least 2 of the times, excuse me.
Unbelievable.
You
Good
had to
times,
start
man.
talking about sports and you scared G-Webs off.
Good times, man. Good times, man. It was like different. If you move out of a state and then they like get rid of like state income tax the year you leave, like that must really suck. A friend of mine just moved to Florida and he's like, man, I'm like, damn, you don't know how
And
much
he's
money
happy
you're gonna...
about everything.
Oh yeah, there's no.
Other
I'm
than
like,
how
wow,
motherfucking hot it is.
Where's
that's
Moose
true.
at?
6%.
I think he's out in the chat.
He's too famous. He's too Instagram famous to hang out with us now.
Who's that?
It's probably that time.
Loda.
What's that?
It's probably that time
Loda
of
is out
year.
in the chat.
I can't hear you. What's that?
One more time. We're going to talk over you.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Why go? Island go first.
Bah!
Bah!
Okay, he's not going. I said autoloader's out in the chat.
Oh. No, because those CZ magazines are on sale at PSA.
PSA. Oh, God.
Gotta represent.
Yeah, you should call. If you could just edit every chat you've ever been in and then edit it together to like a 5-minute fucking ad. Email it to them. Add up the total views of every chat that you've been in, and it'll probably be like thousands.
It'd be more than 5 minutes.
It would be more than a Tack Daddy chat or something like that. You know what I mean? And then you just send it to them and be like, send me a free rifle, you cocksuckers.
I'm gonna wear these wool socks, so my sweat doesn't
yeah,
whatever.
Just be like, hey, PSA's having a sale, guys. I don't know if you knew or if you are interested.
Is there a week that goes on that they're ever not having a sale?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they have daily deals, dude. They have daily deals.
So
Where are they
located at?
Weekend special and then daily deals. Come on now.
Where are they located at?
This is what is it? Columbus, South Carolina.
Oh, so they're far away from you. Okay.
They're freaking.
Yeah, I thought if they're in the same state as you, there's no reason why you can't work for them.
So what's on sale? That is it? You said magazines?
CZ magazines.
Oh, CZ.
Winter.
Those delicate pistols.
Did he just take a shit on your bed, Kisan?
No, he started licking my freaking shirt.
Better than your dick.
I was gonna say you should quit putting peanut butter on it then.
That was probably. I don't know.
What was really, I had some kind of odd happen. I was going to say weird, but Quark's in the chat, so I didn't want to get him too excited. But I dropped a loaded AK.
Yeah, is that laugh like Bob? I miss Bob.
And it bounced off my shin, and of course, being AK, it's all sorts of sharp edges, so it cut me. And then about a half hour later, I was sitting in the chair looking through a couple of things on YouTube, and all of a sudden my dog starts licking my leg.
Oh God!
Like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, what are you doing?
You're probably.
Is there a 1-800 number you could call, like that? AK.
Yeah, watch out! Yeah, watch out! Did you take your blood thinner today? Yeah,
have you been injured by an AK-47 in the last 10 days? Please call.
You do.
1-800. We'd be in a class action lawsuit. Fucking sharp. Everything's sharp on those fuckers. That's why I got rid of my AKs, man. I don't like them. I need all-rounded shit, smooth. Dehorned.
I mean, I don't use gloves when I shoot mine, but I see a lot of guys like in YouTube videos. It's like they're always wearing gloves.
No glove, no love.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, what are the soldiers supposed to use?
I've seen soldiers use gloves.
Well, I mean,
what was the guy's name that Nixon he used to work with Nixon? And he used to he had a lighter under his hand one time or something like that.
I mean, he's had a bunch of guys working under him.
This guy was really like a psycho.
But
no, not him. You're getting close.
The bald
the guy with the mustache. Yeah, the bald dude.
G. Gordon Liddy.
Yes.
Yeah. They say legend has it he took a lighter and stuck it under his hand to prove his leg.
Yeah, that fucker is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, that's how you got to be to run an AK.
I was corrected. Apparently, Palmetto's located in Columbia, South Carolina, not Columbus.
Right. The country of Columbia.
Because Columbus would be in Ohio, but okay.
If they were in Colombia, like Bolivia, then that would explain their shipping time. Like if we're shipping it to you from Bolivia, man. So
I would have to say that would be the only slowdown or the only hiccup that I ever had from the time when I ordered PSA was just the time of shipping.
Yeah, the shipping like literally when I ordered like an upper, it literally takes 15 days to get.
But
it took them 2 months to ship me a pistol. It was like a month and a half. Right?
Did you send in your FFL paperwork on time and everything?
Oh shit, yeah, right away. Like that day that I ordered it. So I called them like 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, and I was pissed, and they were like, "Did you see? The fuck? Did you read the fine print?" And I was like, "No." And then I went and looked. It said 30 days.
Canceled and refunded, bitch.
SOE.
Well, one thing I hate about one of the things that I hate about buying from is that I do live in the freaking upper left-hand corner of the United States. So everything
That'd
that
be the Northwest.
Upper crust.
Pacific Northwest or whatever. So everything I get from them takes at least 7 days to get, even if they ships out right away. It takes forever, and I fucking hate freaking Chicago because shit always gets fucking adverse weather delay.
It's only in the
Even
winter.
during the summer? I was
In the
saying
winter
even
time.
during the summer?
Even in the
What?
summertime, they're probably like adverse weather conditions. We need to go water our lawn.
Yeah.
Fucking
Adverse weather
UPS.
conditions.
Like literally every time I always order
Never mow
something.
another guy's lawn.
There's a gang fight. It's raining bullets in Chicago.
Chirac.
Chirac.
All right, I'm gonna for the guys that haven't been in the chat very long, I'm gonna put a link in here to a slipcover chat I'm looking to get for my shotgun. And yes, I'm gonna buy it either tonight or tomorrow. That's why I'm looking for info.
Flip.
Do 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 do
What kind of do you have?
do do.
Yes, but is it going to be $20.95 or is it going to be $50?
Well, I mean, if you know a place like, as an example, at I just had it up there. I lost it at Amazon. It's currently $33 basically.
$32, $32.98.
Yeah.
$32.93 or whatever it is.
So is this a silicone shock pad that you put on?
It's
It's
an
a limb saver, dude.
Oh,
It's
limb saver.
Limb
yeah,
saver is
that's
made in
good.
my country.
The new limb saver, though.
Limb
the newer
saver.
version.
Limb saver
That's
is
good.
made in my state.
Yeah, it's an
I'm
improvement over the 1980s, just a plain rubber pad. It's an
They're
upgrade.
awesome.
I forget.
Yeah, I think my 870 had a limb saver built into it, it was made by limb saver.
Limb saver is made in my state.
Shock
My-
absorption, baby.
Represent.
My dad's hunting partner or our hunting
That sounds
Partner?
gay, but okay.
his wife works for
Brokeback Expeditions.
His hunting partner, his hunting lifestyle.
his wife works for a limb saver, and my dad was shooting something, and he got a little love tap from it because he was it was a 30-30, and he was shooting left-handed or whatever, so he got a little bruise on his shoulder. So his wife brought him a couple of limb savers from the factory.
So,
the factory.
Don, can you hook me up?
No, not
Right.
Dano. I'm gonna charge you double.
All right,
Right.
Nissan, can you find me a site? I obviously they're at Amazon, but another site where maybe they're less than $32.
I don't know. Just go type it in. Go type in
Is your Google
split guns.
bro, dude.
Yeah, seriously, dude. Why do I do all the work?
You can do some of it though, Kisan. He wouldn't mind if you did some of it.
Dude,
Yeah.
every time comes like, hey, Kizan, what am I, your fixer? What am I yo, I got this hookup.
You're young. You're spry.
sometimes,
Your fingers
hey,
are
Kizan,
faster.
you got any magazines?
You got your finger on the pulse of the industry,
You
Kisan.
just got done doing 10 minutes representing this product, and then say, but I can't do anything.
No, all the time you always, hey,
Cheaper
Kizan,
than dirt.
Kizan,
Cheaper than
Kizan,
dirt has it, man.
Kizan,
Just
I need you to find me Glock OEM mags.
cheaper than dirt has the best deal, man. Just get
And then
it
when I
from
give
them.
you guys links, you guys don't even buy them.
Kisan, you hooked me up once.
I told you guys about the
Well, don't group me in with all these guys. You hooked me up once.
once. Yeah, okay, I'll find it.
Well, how
for
many
you.
times did you hook him up, Dano?
Yeah.
Never.
Did I not tell you? Did I tell you about the SG ammo AK magazines? I was the one that got that first.
I already
Oh.
had the magazines.
Don't know about that.
I was the first one to buy the SG ammo, the random Eastern European magazines, and I told everyone about them. And then one guy went to go buy it. Was it $500 worth? What's his name? $75.
Wow.
Mine are
75 magazines. What's his name? I forget what his name was.
Oh,
I
You know
don't
what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? Not Wesley.
Yeah,
You talking about PBR?
No, it wasn't
No.
PBR.
He was fun, man. Funny guy, man.
It wasn't
I remember.
Wesley. It was a different guy. It was Matt or something like that, or Mike or something like that. And
It
he showed
sounded
us
like Wesley, but he bought $1,000 worth of shit, right? Then he went to a tactical response class, and then they told him don't
Oh,
ever
really?
ever
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to us again. Remember?
What?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, he
because he went there and he was like, dude, I might do a broadcast from there. We could do a chat from there. And then after he went there, he never came back ever.
What kind of gun do you have?
It's like,
you gotta know what gun
they
you
probably
have.
told him, like,
I'm
don't
trying
talk
to
to
remember
us.
who that
Fucking
was.
The Mossberg 500.
Mossberg 500. All right.
And a medium slip-on pad will be fine.
You would like the medium?
Yeah.
Oh,
Medium.
shit.
Do you have,
Daft
do you have
Punk
Google?
chat.
Do you have Google? Do you have Amazon Prime?
No.
If you have Amazon Prime, it would be the
Do you have
best
herpes?
option. You have the herp?
The herp
So-
and derp.
The herpes?
I got some Valtrex on the side if you need some. So,
Holler.
for real.
You snort that shit, it works.
What?
Oh. I'm trying to find that guy. Oh, it was Lonnie. That was him.
Because the thing is, like,
Oh,
Amazon will
Rest in
like,
peace,
buy
Lonnie,
it,
yeah.
and you get, like,
Lonnie
Lonnie was a funny fucker, right? He
Lonnie
was
definitely
funny
had a
as
good
shit.
sense of humor. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was funny as shit, that guy.
and
The only time
flip
things
one, you
got
don't
out of
want the
hand, he was
adapter?
pointing his gun at stuff.
Go ahead.
What the fuck?
I'm listening.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Amazon would be the best price. I get Amazon Prime, so I'll...
Yeah, I mean, I'm like Brownells. It's actually $2 more.
Midway,
Yeah,
it'll probably be
yeah.
about the same.
You gotta account shipping too.
Check Boattatch.
Okay.
See if they have any of that action. Or LA Police Gear, maybe.
I did not check. I will check that right now.
Yeah. Check Man Venture Outpost.
You know, I always forget about those guys, DB.
And
But yeah, they
also-
do have some good prices on shit.
Dude, yeah,
Here's
they had the... I remember I was all hot on buying a taser.
You want
And they had the fucking Taser C2 for like $100 cheaper than
Yeah.
Amazon or any other place on earth.
the Slim Saber AirTech slip-on, the half-inch, whatever, is $21. The half-inch.
Oh.
Hey.
1 inch. Isn't that the
You
standard?
want the 1 inch? Half-inch. So half
Well-
of it.
Well, what time is it?
I want the maximum amount of. I mean,
Padding?
the thinner it is, the less material there is to cushion.
I know, but we're not all little girls like you.
Well, you don't have to tune
Whoa.
What shotgun do you have, Dana?
it together either.
He has a Mossberg 500.
Okay.
I thought it was a 16 gauge or a 20 gauge.
I have a 12 gauge, but I could shoot like literally like 100 rounds. Yeah, like trap and not get tired of it, not get sore. I actually did that.
Well, there's a difference between slugs, buckshot, and first shot.
I don't think Dano is gonna do all that stuff.
Oh, Dana.
No
I have a box. I can't send you shit because whatever, it's the law or whatever. But I had, if you go get the Federal Tactical low recoil, like reduced recoil tactical rounds, and they have buckshot and they have slugs, and they swear that shit is like 20%, 30% lower recoil.
Dano, what do you do with your shotgun? Are you like making it like a home defense shotgun, or a sporting clay shotgun, or a duck hunting gun?
It's just for having fun at the range.
Do you have an 18-inch or a full like field?
No, it's just an 18-inch security model.
Oh yeah,
It's a cheapie.
cheapy.
Man Venture, man. Man Venture Outpost.
Man,
The other shit is Hinterland. What is it? Hinterland or something? That's cheap.
yeah, I think Amazon. I'm looking right now, and Amazon's the best price for $32.93.
Yeah.
And then there's if you want to, there's on the side. If you look at other sellers on Amazon, they have one for $31.98, but you get free shipping from hunting stuff. I'll link it to you. I have 2 cards.
Cheaper Than Dirt has it for $27.
Oh, get that! Get on that cheaper than dirt.
Shit, yeah.
If it wasn't cheaper than dirt, I would.
Oh well, they probably charge like $10 shipping anyway.
Oh no, they charge like $15.
Mhm.
What I remember, everything was like flat rate, like $14.99, but it was quick.
No, I ordered some Glock mags from them yesterday. It wasn't so bad.
So
Yeah,
Dan,
you can also check Slick Guns. You can put Slim Saber in the search engine on Slick
Yeah.
Guns, and it'll probably give you all the deals on it.
So Daniel, right here, I'm gonna screen share real quick.
Yeah.
So right here's the main one that you want. Right here, the medium half-inch. On the side right here, there's other sellers. Just click on the other sellers. Like view the new 29 new. Right here, top one.
Okay.
Hunting stuff.
All
You
right.
save $1, or you save that, whatever.
Couple of
But that's the
bucks.
best one I can find right now. But it has free shipping already, so you don't have to worry about shipping and handling fees. And it's shipped from Illinois, so maybe, I don't know, maybe you get charged tax, so maybe you want to buy from somewhere else. So
Yeah.
you get $3.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised Botac didn't have them.
So the next option you probably have is just buying it from Amazon. Do you have to pay Amazon taxes or no?
Only if it's in my state.
Depends where the
Well, like for me, I have an Amazon facility, so no matter what I get from Amazon Prime, it still charges me.
no. Is that because you're shipping through Prime?
It's because I'm buying it because the Amazon Prime is the fulfiller of the order.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
then
not-
you're paying tax. Then I have to pay
taxes.
tax too. But when I order from like Amazon from like say a guy in Ohio or something, a store,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a knife store, yeah, they don't. I don't have. to
But
pay.
majority of Amazon Primes are Amazon Prime's locations. So even then, even if I'm buying from Kentucky,
I don't have
and
Prime.
it's fulfilled by the
Malaysia.
Amazon distribution center in Kentucky, I still got to pay sales tax because they have an actual physical store in.
No,
Amazon.
I don't have Prime, dude. I'm a Democrat, dude.
I got mine for free, dude.
Well, let me make this official. Kisan, thank you for your assistance. I realize it took a lot of time, a lot of work, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'll buy it for you.
Oh God,
Just kidding.
not to say what the fuck.
I was like my little cousin. I let her just order off of my Amazon Prime, so it's free Amazon Prime shipping. Okay.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well, you.
What was I gonna say? Did you guys watch Mr. Guns and Gears review of the new primary arms microdot?
Yeah, I did.
It's pretty good. I have one. Oh, by the way, you know what's funny is my aim point died. The battery died on mine.
What?
And I didn't. Yeah, it was crazy because I never even left it on. And I used it, but I would never leave it on.
Batteries.
This is the Aimpoint Pro, so the batteries are
Designed to never be turned off. When you turn it on and off, it wastes more battery than if you just leave it on.
Are you serious? Okay, that makes sense.
They tell you
Does it-
that. They leave it
it was
on for the last 5 years or whatever.
Okay, so it was 2 years old, and I think I used it like 5 times, you know. And I turned it up pretty bright because I took it outdoors one time. But yeah, I was shocked.
Oh man.
So yeah, I should leave I'd leave it on now. That's what sucks about the Aimpoint Pro is that those batteries, you can't get them anywhere. You got to order them online. I forgot what they're called, like DL1/5 or something.
I wonder. Ah. Ooh, snap! I want to get that.
Man, did you see, I watched Reed Hendricks' video just now. So I guess he had sold out classes, so they started teaching their little gun fu classes.
Yeah,
Dollar Ridge, man.
Yeah, he was slated to start his classes mid-June. So.
Time is flying, man. 'Cause I
His
remember
first class
seeing-
was on D-Day.
I remember seeing his schedule and being like, damn,
I
that's
saw
so
him
far
come
away.
up with some promo videos shortly after he did his first couple classes.
No, he just put out one video tonight after the classes, and it wasn't even about the class. He just mentioned, like, we just had a bunch of classes here. I want to talk to you today about, like,
Yeah.
something else.
Ooh, never mind.
I wouldn't mind going to check out one of his classes.
When's the next class you're gonna go to, DB?
It was in October.
October.
Yeah. But it was
Who's gonna
supposed to be
who's
one.
gonna be teaching it? Do you know? Or
It was supposed to be Jaeger, and that was the problem because he canceled because he's going to Thunder Ranch. So my class was canceled.
oh really?
I think someone else is going to teach it, but I was like, damn, I paid for that, like a little bit extra.
Yeah.
And then I think what I'm going to do is if he's not going to teach my class, get my money back, and then just take it next time they come to my city.
Oh, really?
They come a lot. So because
you should just take it in there so I could fly over there in Atlanta and you pick me up and we go together.
Oh yeah, you're taking it in October too, right? Like a few weeks
I don't
before.
know. We were planning on going in September, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. With Daniel starting his new job.
Well, what's good about it is, you know, if I go there, it's and he's not the teacher, it's $200 for me to take the class.
Oh,
but
nice.
Then I still have to pay a hotel, so it doesn't really save me much money.
Sleep in your car.
I can just pay the $500.
Just call up J-Dub. Just call up J-Dub and ask to sleep out in his new shop.
I don't think they're doing the team room shit anymore. I'm not sure.
Or just
someone said they were renovating
it. Call John Willis and you'll be like, hey, yo, John Willis, hook me up.
John Willis.
Ask him to sleep in that snake trailer.
I'm Jewish, dude. What is wrong with you? You know they don't like Jews. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
They don't like you, not Jews.
They never met me, and if they did, they'd be like, wow, that guy was a quiet guy. But,
every time you go through, they're like, oh, hey, so-and-so, how's it going?
Where?
Like,
I never went to SOE. No, I saw him at Blaze Show, but I didn't say nothing to him. Well, he wouldn't know who the fuck any of us are. So. That's I thanked Jaeger for letting me take a class because of one of these chats. And he was like, who are you? What? I did what? He's like, I gave you what? And he's like, dude, I don't know. He's like, I give away so many of these classes, man, that I have no clue. But thanks for coming, and, you know, I'm sure it'll be worth it.
I always want to, I don't know, if I was to go do that, I would want to, like, take a whole week off and, like, drive down there.
Yeah. From,
whatever, Pacific Northwest.
Jaeger was super nice, man, because he ordered pizza for the class. I'm pretty sure, like,
I would most definitely.
We were supposed to bring our own lunch or have lunch somewhere else, and he ordered like 10 pizzas for the class.
Or I would totally, I would like go and drive down to Tucson, and hang out, like do it. With,
dude,
like,
you're up fucking west, dude. You should be taking a fucking Graham combat class. Like that guy's the shit, man.
Yeah.
Like they're awesome, but he's so close to you, and he's so awesome that. I'm sure it wouldn't be that far.
You into it.
Yeah.
I know he felt he really got a lot out of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that guy's so good. He teaches like a class for people in Washington D.C. called a raindrop.
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't even have a firearm, right?
Daniel wants to do that. It's just
yeah, I do too.
It's like I think it's like really expensive though. The thing is that he got a new job, so he can't really he doesn't know what his like vacation whatever.
Yeah. Did he move away from you or no? He's still.
He moved. I don't know. We're supposed to have a moving party, but we never did it. We're supposed to have the last.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. If I link it in the external, can you see the link?
No, I'm not home. I left.
Okay. Because I wanted to know if this is the battery for the aim point.
Oh, it's the Aimpoint Pro. I know it's DL something, like 1.3 or 1.5 or something like that. It's a weird fucking battery.
DL 1.3 lithium battery?
Yeah, that's it.
That's one Aimpoint DL, yeah, okay.
That's it. Do you have a Pro?
I got the Pro, yes.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I got him off. I want to say I bought them on. I bought a whole bunch recently on Amazon, and they were. I think I wound up paying like $4.95 each or something, $5 each.
That's not bad because what I'm seeing right now is $6.96 or so.
Mm-hmm. I bought like 4 of them.
Actually, I do see a $5.45.
Yeah, and I think I added it to something else, and then I didn't pay shipping. But
nice.
Yeah, so that makes total sense. I should fucking leave them on. Like, just leave it on, man. If that's the case. I mean, leave it on a low.
Up right now, and I'm going and turning mine on. I'll be right back.